So, big believer in life insurance. There's a reason for owning the life insurance for the death benefit side. And then, let's talk about the money. Because we can use this money. Internal rate of return on a whole life policy, 5-6%. It's just what they do. There's no more, there's no less. They're not sexy. It's just plain whole life. But if we overfund them and build up the cash values and get that dividend going, we can use the loan provision and we can take the money out of the policies and go do other things. And it's all the other things that I love doing. This is me. I love doing this part. Okay, I've got some whole life. I've got 9 of them. And I overfund all of them. And I build up the cash values. And then I make that phone call. Hey, it's Pete. Send me $100 grand. And I hang up the phone. And 3 days later, I got a check sitting here. And I'm going, okay, I'm going to go do this. And I've created this place that I borrow from all the time. And when my deals go good, it generates income for me, and I fill my policies back up. And if things go sour, I don't have the banks calling me every day. Where's our money? It's just given me that flexibility to be able to use my own cash, leverage my money, leverage the insurance company, pick up the dividends, pick up the death benefits, pull my policy loans, and go build my companies. And you know, right now as we're going through this little economic downturn, and it's just part of life, and we're going to see these ebbs and flows and ups and downs, I've given myself the freedom to build my businesses and work through these challenges without the pressure that a lot of small businesses feel. So, love having a whole life. And it's all about accumulating cash. Let's accumulate cash. And you know what? You end up with a lot of life insurance. There's a little bit of lag time in building a life insurance policy. Like in building anything, and like in building a business. The first year you're in business, you're not pulling huge salaries from your company. It just doesn't. You put your heart and soul into this thing and you get it to go, and if you do it right, it'll look after you for the rest of your life. And that's exactly how building a life insurance policy is. So I'll pay a premium, and I'll overfund the policy, and my cash value will jump up. And then I'll pay premiums and overfund it, and the cash value will jump up. And I'll pay premium and overfund it, and the cash value will jump up. And all of a sudden, this policy breaks even. And that's all I'm looking for. I want to make sure that my cost is equal to my cash value. And then I've got a huge death benefit. And as long as I can get them to break even and then have control of that money, and I've got life insurance for doing it, and dividends and tax advantages, and we can go on all day about all the neat things that come with a life insurance contract. As long as I've got my cash and my cost basis the same, and I've got this huge life insurance policy, well, that's just like accumulating it in a bank, except you never get life insurance for accumulating in a bank, and so you've got to go pay for it somewhere else. Nor do you get a tax shelter accumulating in a bank. You can't pay for those. You can't buy those. There are some tremendous advantages to accumulating money inside a life insurance policy. I got $4 million of life insurance, and I'm just goofing around. I'm just throwing money in and pulling money out and building companies. I'm seriously just goofing around. I got $4 million of life insurance. And then it's whole life, so it never expires, it never collapses, it never goes away. I get some terminal disease, they can't take my life insurance away from me. And it won't expire. It's not going to expire 11 days before I die. So I don't have the risk. My family doesn't have the risk. So I create all this protection by playing this silly game, and that's kind of what it is. It's just a little game. It's how do you accumulate money? And I'm a big believer in accumulating money in whole life.